What are you thinking? That's what today's video about is. Just, I'm gonna go again. What are you thinking? Today's video is all about what do you think of when you're riding. So it's something that I'm always conscious of, is what's in my mind when I'm riding out on the track. So I've pretty much analysed, I have two trains of thought. One is riding technically. So I go out and I think of body position, throttle control, what lines I'm choosing, etc. So that is one definite thing that is in my head, which is a lot of processing. And I think that's what a lot of people chase, is that whole feeling of just being in control of what they're doing. The second state of mind I get into when I ride is state of flow, where you're allowing all your training that you've done over years to take over, and you just ride and let the bike go, and there's such an amazing sensation that you get out of that. And I think that's if I look back at my racing days, they would be the races that I can't remember, but I did the best in. When I say I can't remember, is I remember winning a race, but I couldn't remember the feeling of being on the track, except for I was quicker than everyone else, but I wasn't technically pulling that track apart. I was just flowing with the track and seeking the faster lines and keeping the thing moving. So today's video is going to be about that. What are you thinking? I'm going to go talk to a few riders in the pits as well and ask them, what are you thinking?
Artie Weston, I think you might have seen me around the tracks once or twice, the old 022. I'm just gearing up now, preparing to go out ride. So obviously my first thoughts will be track conditions. I'll analyse the track, do a couple of stand-up sort of slow laps, get a visual on anything that I think might be treacherous or something to avoid, or to choose the lines that I might like. Obviously people already developed some lines. So that's the first thing I do, is it sort of analyse what I used to coach, have a look at the track, get it in your head. I'm pretty familiar with the tracks here, do a lot of riding at Qld. So once I'm on the bike riding, I'm 100% focused on what I'm doing. It gives me a sort of a mental clarity, whereas I'm not thinking about anything outside of actually riding the motorcycle. So it's all about just finding my flow, being smooth, looking for traction, finding those lines that best suit the track at the time, or the obstacle that's about to come up. So it's just a mental clarity. Once you're riding, you're 100% focused, and that's what I enjoy.
I'm Cooper. Out here riding my YZ125.
And what are you thinking?
Nothing. When you start powering into it, giving it all, your mind clears and it's like peace. But as soon as you start getting tired, thoughts start coming back. Yeah.
G'day, I'm Joel, and sometimes nothing and sometimes what's for dinner, whatever pops into the head, never know.
So you ride because it clears your head?
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. Something to focus on, lock in on, it's nothing else there. Good.
And what do you ride?
CR250 Newey.
My name's Matt. Just coming out here, first time to QMP. Normally ride trails. Probably not going to give the trails out here a go, but sort of want to test out, see how I'm like with MX and try not to break a leg or an arm, try and go as fast as I can. Think I want to,
What's in your head while you're riding?
While I'm riding, look, trying to go as fast as I can, but not overdo it and hurt myself. And, block out the work week and just, have a clear head. That's pretty much me.
You got Ray York, R17.
R17 number, you're not 17 years old.
No, R17. Old guys in vets class.
What are you thinking when you're riding?
I know a lot of guys say it's an escape, and it is for me, but today I was really focusing on my technique. It's something I need to consciously think about. So today I was working hard on that, standing deep into corners, getting elbows up, that sort of stuff, yeah.
Darcy York,
How-
117,
How old are you?
11 years old.
What are you thinking?
While I'm riding, I'm mainly thinking about the track and trying to increase my roll speed and hitting the jumps.
Yeah, so you're thinking everything technical.
Yeah.
Do you ever get into the state of mind where you just ride and you just go into, like, it's just this natural feeling that everything's just flowing to you?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah. So do you know that's called flow state? Have you heard of that saying? Yeah. But you ride and you think of everything technically when you're riding.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. And what do you ride? What bike?
KTM 65 and KTM's 85.
Thanks, mate.
Hi, my name's Tara Randall. And when I'm on the track, I tend to think about technique and just how try and go fast, but while keeping that technique and keeping the bike upright.
Have you ever gone into a state of flow where you're not thinking and you just ride so amazingly well?
Yes.
And how hard is that to find?
It's very difficult. It takes me quite a few rides to be able to do that. It's just getting everything perfect, pretty much. That's
Yeah. So you would say you think technically when you're riding all the time?
Yes, definitely.
Number 16.
What are you thinking when you're riding?
There's not much thinking, but I tell you, I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I just smile so hard in my helmet because I'm having the best time ever. And it is literally the best time. You can't beat that feeling.
With freestyle motocross star Corey Creed, what are you thinking when you're riding, bro?
Oh, I'm thinking that I just want to be better than the rider I was yesterday. Really, that's really all that runs through my head. Is being better than I was yesterday, because then we know we've put work in, I guess.
Good one, man. Thank you.
All right, bro.
Stephen Gall, how's everyone? Hope everyone's well. Another little bit of talk with Mal.
What are you thinking when you're riding?
What am I thinking when I'm riding? Well, back in the day, I probably didn't think as accurately as I do now, because I learnt a lot from the 16, 17 years going to the Institute of Sport, talking to the best sports psychologists, talking about confidence and what to do when you're riding and what it's called as self-talk. And we talk to ourselves while we're riding. You can either verbalise it out loud or you can do it inside your head. And to do self-talk means to talk yourself around the track. And of course, it's like speed reading. You speed through the track because you're going fast anyway, and you talk about things that you need to work on, whether it's flow, whether it's sit here, whether it's pick up the rut early, whether it's drop over the rut, whether it's to scrub the jump, whether it's to pick the line on the right. You keep talking to yourself, because what it does, it allows you to concentrate better. It's very easy in a race, particularly when you're maybe not under pressure or you're not under pressure to catch someone or someone behind you, you tend to just fall into a bit of a rhythm and you're riding and you don't really care too much. But this allows you to keep a lot more confident and a lot more focused on what you're thinking about. And at the same time with self-talk, if you talk yourself into what you're doing, you're only thinking about 1 to 2 things at a time, not trying to complicate the brain with too much going on. So these days when I ride socially with Mal or whoever, I do the same thing. I'm talking to myself the whole time. Sit here, do that, do this, flow, leg forward, whatever, head forward, whatever it might be, weight the outside peg. All of the basic fundamentals that we taught more than 20 years ago, which are still being taught today, the same things happen today. There's not too much that's very advanced in today's riding. Yes, a few things. Balls on the foot pegs, scrubbing jumps more, lines, crew hopping, standing more deeper into the rutted turns before you sit down. There's a few things for a few reasons, but basically it's all the same. People might think that a lot of it's new stuff, but it isn't. It's basically the same.
Can I ask you a question? Have you ever felt that you've ridden in a state of flow?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You get sometimes into a point where things just flow and you don't need to talk to yourself much. It's just happening, flow there, pick that up there, and it just happens. You don't need to talk to yourself too much because you're doing it so easy.
And do you find that very hard to tap into?
I think you tap into it in days when you have got it right. The bike's working right, the conditions suit you, you're riding well, you may be performing okay, and you just get that inner confidence. And the flow comes because of all those reasons. The flow doesn't come from because your bike's just good. The bike might be good, but you might feel crappy. So it has to be all those things that come together. Just like any effort, it's a team effort. Whether it's the off-track team well as the on-track team, it's really a team effort. But when you're on the bike, it's a team effort of those thoughts and your body. Is your style good? Is your technique good? Is your nutrition good, that you're feeling good? Is your psychology good? Is you clear-minded? Did you have enough sleep? Did you prepare correctly for it? All those things that give you confidence allows you to get into that flow for the day.